everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. So, I have been busy. I've been all over Twitter just collecting things and adding them to my feed so I could make a video for y'all and show you everything that's been going on Twitter. So, today's reaction is not going to be to a video by Chantal or a retro react. I'm going to be reacting to strictly stuff on Twitter. So, as you guessed by the title of this video, this is about the fallout from the Lolcow Live. So everybody knows that Chantal went on Lolcow Live. She went on as a guest. I guess it was supposed to be kind of a be on as a guest and also function as sort of a semi audition. She was gunning for a spot on the Lolcow Queens panel, which was composed of nothing but women. When she went on the show, one of the hosts, Tina, just outright vetoed Chantal being on the Lolcow Queen panel. She said, if you hire her, I'm out. And Keemstar, he values Tina. He looks at her as an asset. So that pretty much put the kibosh on Chantal being on the Lolcow Queen panel. But she was on as a guest. She was on as an unpaid guest. She paid a membership just so she could be a part of the Discord, maybe have a chance at being on a panel somewhere and being put on the payroll for Keemstar. She went on. She made a complete butt of herself, and she was not having a good time because people on the panel and also people off the panel in the audience, they were bringing up things in her past that she thought that nobody would know, and they became topics of conversation. Also, something that happened during the Lolcow Live panel. So there was a picture of Chantal that she did long ago that she took back in Cuba that she put on OnlyHands. And the picture in question, what is it? For those that haven't seen it, and God help you if you have, because it wasn't very nice. But the picture in question, it was not even of a full frontal nude showing the kitty picture. It was a picture of her wearing a pair of panties, and you saw her kitty cat from the side. And if you looked at the picture, you weren't even sure what you were looking at because it looked kind of odd. But that was the picture in question. So I just found out via Twitter that it was Isaac from Be My Guest. Isaac sent the picture over to, I believe his name is Mike, and Mike had the picture. He sent the picture to everybody else on panel, including Keemstar. Keemstar, he was smart. Before he looked at the picture on his phone, he did not show the picture on live at all to anybody. He asked Chantal, do I have your permission to look at this picture? And she said yes. She gave full consent. She said, I don't care. Everybody's seen it anyway. So off camera, he looked at the picture. Off camera. He asked her permission. The picture was not shown on camera. He looked at the picture. And there was a reaction to that. So she did the live. Then she proceeded to get off the live and do 2 lives of her own. She did 2 back-to-back, which I reacted to. And she looked fine during those lives. And then she did the live that I reacted to saying, I feel violated. But she gave permission for them to look at the picture. You know what I think, y'all? I think that Chantal expected to go on the panel and be treated like a celebrity, that they would just welcome her up and nobody would say anything bad about her, that she'd be treated like some Hollywood celebrity, and she wasn't. She was an unpaid guest, and that's exactly how they treated her. She was having a ball up there, but she expected that as soon as she went on panel that she would get hired by Keemstar, and she didn't. So she's mad about that too. She's mad about the fact that She was gunning for a spot on a panel. She was gunning for a spot where she would get paid, and she did not get paid for the panel, nor was she promised a job afterwards. And she also got mad because the panel that she was on, where she was humiliated, she felt humiliated. She couldn't do what she normally does when she embarrasses herself and dirty delete the live and get rid of it. It was on somebody else's channel and she couldn't get rid of it. And therefore, all the reaction channels, we were free to react to it, to comment on it, to post about it on Twitter. So the I feel violated live that she did, that was her sneaky, manipulative way of trying to guilt Keemstar, I guess, to take it down. Also, I feel that I don't know how much Salah knows about what happened, like what he understands. But apparently they had a bit of an argument or a fight over it. And so to save face, she decided to do a live and paint herself the victim. Chantal, you're not a victim. As I said in my video, you're not a victim. You never have been a victim. You make other people into victims. And let's all not forget what she said long ago in Cuba. Y'all remember? You remember what she said during the Cuba Live for those that were around at that time? She said with her whole chest, I will manipulate the F out of you. And then tomorrow I'll come on and be sweet as pie and you'll eat it up. She said it with her whole chest, no mask on. That's when she was feeling very high on her horse and very confident. And no matter what she said and what she did, her beezers would eat it up. That no matter how much she manipulated them, lied to them, ridiculed them, mocked them, they would stick around because they were addicted to her. Well, here we go again. Foodie's being manipulative, very manipulative. She's using victimhood to try to get her way, to try to guilt Lolcow Live, Keemstar, into taking the video down, taking the live down. It's not going to happen, Chantal. It's not going to happen. You're mad because you didn't get a job. You need that job, don't you? You broke bum. You need that job because your main channel is not making money. And you're mad because you didn't get hired. And you're mad because other people have been hired before you. You're feeling very indignant. How dare they not hire me? I am the queen of Lolcows. Well, that's just the way it goes. Keemstar, like him or hate him, he's a businessman. And he looks at people and he sees either potential or not potential. And anytime he hires somebody, it's kind of an investment. And he wants to make sure that his investments are going to pay off. And if he sees someone and they don't have any potential, the investment's not going to pay off, why pay the money? So he looked at you, didn't see any potential, didn't see how you'll bring anything to the table. Maybe he also saw that you're not good on panel. You don't know how to talk to people. You don't know how to banter with people. And he said, no. Here's where you screwed up, Chantal. Here's where you really, really messed up. What you could have done is, even though you didn't get a job at that time, you could have worked on your channel, worked on yourself, brought the potential up, and then maybe they might have hired you later. But due to the fact that you showed your entire butt to them, you're claiming that you were violated, even though nothing was shown, and they got your consent to look at the picture. And by the way, you can't even yell and scream about that. Even though your picture was passed around on their phones, for what anybody knows, they could have been looking at pictures of bunnies on their phones. Nobody saw what they were looking at on their phones. Nobody knows what they saw. Like it was all up in the air. You know what I mean? But you could have just left, worked on your channel, shown some potential, come back and maybe gotten hired. But now because of what you did, guaranteed they're not going to hire you. Guaranteed. You did one panel with them and you're already causing trouble. Any businessman would look at you as a liability, not an asset, after doing something like that. You're good about that, Chantal. You're all about shooting yourself in the foot each and every time. You don't leave doors open, you always shut them in your face. And I love that for you. I absolutely love that, because I am sick to death of you, lady. You labeling yourself a victim. I was violated. That title, as I said, is a slap in the face to real victims. You knew what you were doing making that title. You knew what you were doing, and it's disgusting. But I digress. I said what I said about it, but I'm here to react to all the Twitter stuff, y'all. So how about we just get into it? Y'all know what time it is now. It is time for the Twitter peeps. All right, y'all, it is time for the Twitter peeps section. And we're doing nothing but Twitter peeps today. Nothing but. Chantal's been quiet today after doing that last live where she swears she was violated, although she stayed on for quite a while. And before she came on camera, she made sure to turn her filters on. I'm so violated. But let me just prepare to do this live with this inflammatory title. Let me just put my filters on real quick. Yeah. So let's get into the Twitter stuff. Let's get into it. And I'm not being nice today. She doesn't deserve my nice. She didn't earn my nice today at all. So let's start here. So for those of you that are on Twitter and you'd like to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah. Okay, so Reality Check says Keem just found out Chantal is mad. Jordy said she unfriended him in Discord and Boogie outed her for asking to get paid. Keem sent someone to clip her last stream so they can train about it in about an hour. This is happening live right now. So yeah, they're live and they're talking about it. Of course they're going to talk about it. She was invited up on panel and yeah, like things got brought up that she didn't want to get brought up, but she stayed up there for an hour. She sure did. And then she went back around later. For someone who felt so violated on panel, she went back around later and there was supposed to be another panel with her. So if she felt so violated, why would she go back and talk about going up on another panel? Makes you wonder. So moving on, Beck Sassy Bear says her starting the I Feel Violated stream off camera reminded me of the voicemail to Nads to hold off doing something because she was prepared to cry live. She was building up tears. Yeah, I remember that. That happened. I also distinctly remember that when she was in Cuba, and that was a lot. Her Cuba trip was a lot because she spent about 99% of the time raging about Nader. It was revealed later that her and Nader were still very much in communication. They were going back and forth through text messages saying that she was saying to him, I'm going to talk about you. I'm going to rage about you. So they were very much in touch with each other. She wasn't done with him. She was just pretending to be done with him, but talking about him during Cuba, to get those views, to get that drama. And she was doing the most. So Chantal is all about faking the reactions, faking the emotions, faking the tears, if it means making money on YouTube. All right. Miss Anthropope Lulu and Kristen. Miss Anthropope Lulu says, ooh, the plot thickens. Kristen says the Lolcow live cast find out about Foodie Beauty's claims of feeling violated live on air. If they go on to react to her stream, I will clip it and add it to the thread. Well, thank you very much for that, Kristen. Thank you very much. Let's watch the clip.
Foodie Beauty Fuya, you guys sue over. She is so GD mad at you guys, it's ridiculous.
Well,
See her last live on Yubba's Live.
what? Foodie Beauty's mad at us? For what?
Why would she be mad?
She's mad, Keemstar, because she expected that you would hire her on the spot, and you didn't. She went on as an unpaid guest, maybe sort of auditioning for you guys, and you didn't hire her on the spot. That she wasn't, choice number one for the Lolcow Queens panel. That's what she's mad at. She's also mad about the fact that she made a complete fool of herself on the panel that she did with all y'all, and she can't dirty delete it because that's what Chantal does on her main channel. When she makes a fool of herself and she knows she's made a fool of herself, and if she does something and she doesn't want Salah, her fake husband, to know, she'll dirty delete it. She came on y'all's panel at a time when he wasn't around. She didn't want him finding out, but since the panel was on your channel and not hers, she couldn't get rid of it. Now he's found out. Now there's obviously a problem, and she's mad because she can't dirty delete the evidence.
I don't know why she would be mad. You check.
We ain't done nothing wrong.
The last time I talked to her, she was saying that she needed to get permission to come on the show. I went to my Discord messages, and Foodie Beauty has unfriended me.
What? For what?
No clue.
Why would she be mad at us?
Bro, okay, listen.
Well, then let me...
Because Foodie Beauty is an adult toddler, okay? If she doesn't get her way, if you tell her no, she's going to take her ball off the playground and go home. And she didn't get her way. He's like, I expected them to hire me right off, and they didn't. I'm just going to hold my breath and grab my ball and get off the playground.
Let me throw her under the bus. When we invited her to come co-host one of the episodes with me and Jordy, she has to get paid.
Boom. She was insisting on going on the panel and getting paid, even though she's walking on the panel and she's not proved herself. She expected the first panel she did, she wanted to get paid. You better pay me. Add some value first, biatch. You're not adding value. You're not showing your worth. Before somebody pays you for something, they usually want a test drive. They want to know your mettle. They want to know if you're bringing something to the table. And obviously you weren't, but you were insisting on getting paid. Nah, it doesn't work like that. You have to show someone that's maybe potentially going to pay you that you're bringing something to the table first. And you weren't willing to do that. That's why you didn't get paid.
Oh, yeah.
She wanted to get paid.
Yeah, she did ask us for money, which is very weird. And Del Boy just up.
It's not weird, Keemstar. It's not weird. She's greedy like that. She's also desperate like that. Her main channel, even though it's over 100K, she should be making plenty of money because of that. But she spends money faster than she makes it. It's going in all different directions. Hence the problem. She's overextended herself. But it's not weird when you're looking at somebody who's broke and desperate. She's looking for money anywhere she can find it.
Great to Cash Cow because he's a fucking legend. Okay, listen, guys, this is important, all right? I need the docket team that's watching right now, the docket team. Attention, docket team. I need you to go to Foodie Beauty's last live.
Actually, Keemstar, sir, I would grab her last 3. Grab her last 3 lives. Because that shows a timeline. That shows the context. Get all the receipts. She left your live. She did 2 other lives. She was fine. And then she did the I Feel Violated live. So grab the last 3.
And clip that.
I'm saying that to Keemstar, not because I like the dude, but I'm just saying. Although, let's be real. Chantal doesn't have a leg to stand on whether people get receipts on her or not. Because, they didn't do anything wrong. The picture was not shown on stream. It was shared privately, but it was never shown on stream. And Keemstar asked permission. And she gave it. She's got no leg to stand on, and she knows it. And that's part of the reason why she's mad, is that she can't go after Keemstar for anything. Nothing. All bases got covered.
quick because it's going to be a good hour for us to get through this. You have time. Clip it because we got to react to Foodie Beauty. Plus, we got Queen's drama at the tail end of this, the second half of the show. There's a lot to get through.
So like a lot of people are messaging me right now. It says Foodie Beauty is upset at us because we shared the picture of her box. We passed it around.
I asked literally permission.
Yeah, we asked permission.
I would look at it this way. We didn't even have.
Another thing that might be going on, y'all, she was happy for you guys to look at the picture. But here's where things went south. She was expecting that when you guys saw the picture that you'd be all falling over yourselves at giving her compliments. She didn't get the compliments. She got the exact opposite reaction that she was hoping for. She was hoping for you guys to say, oh, that looks so sexy. She didn't hear it. You know, like the mark injuries are real. Her pride got bruised. Like maybe she thinks that she is the bomb down there. I don't know. But she was expecting compliments from that picture and she got none. So her ego got bruised.
Have to ask permission. I think we did one up doing that because she posted it for consumption from the internet. Like you literally posted it on the internet with the intent to disseminate it to people that paid you for it, right?
Yeah.
You didn't think anybody'd right click and click save or snippet or whatever it might be. It's out there on the internet. It's just like me going to Pornhub and watching some girl get fucked, right?
Oh my God.
It's there. It's going to always be there. I think the chat is right. I think their husband's seen our show and he yelled at her and got into on her, and now she's playing defense.
Yep. And Chantal has said this many times. She said that Salah, that English is not his first language. And I'm going to say something, and I hope
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute, sir. Chantal has said many times that English is not Salah's first language. I'm going to say something, and I hope not to offend anybody. I think one of the reasons why Chantal picks men from other countries to be involved with, maybe one of the reasons is because English is not their primary language. She takes advantage of that. She does take advantage. Like, because English is not their primary language, or maybe they're not fluent in English. She feels that because they don't understand English very well, that she can get away with things. Because if, say, Salah were to watch the podcast, people were over talking a lot, he may not understand what's being said. And because he doesn't understand what's being said, she can make up anything she wants. But I also heard, y'all, I don't know who did this. I don't know how they did this, but I've heard that clips of the live that she was on with Lolcow Live, people have sent the clips to Salah's family. I don't know how true that is. I don't know when that happened. I don't know who's responsible, but I heard that did occur, allegedly. But I think maybe she went on Lolcow Live at a time when Salah was not at the apartment. He wasn't around. Maybe he was with family. And she thought she could just get some attention really quick with Lolcow Live. It blew up in her face. And then later on, somehow, some way, Salah found out and they got into it. And that's when she did the I Feel Violated live, which was total BS.
I can't imagine getting upset at us because you shared a photo of your vagina years ago.
You know whose opinion I want to hear? Glammy. Also, do you know Foodie Beauty?
I know of her. I don't know like the entire emancipation of lore, but I do know of her.
Do you know about her coming on the show and then people sharing pictures of her box, and now she's like mad at us and she vented on us?
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that?
Yes. I think that there was a massive cope and seethe because she started out saying, oh my God, this is horrible. They were like sharing my picture and it was terrible and they were shaming me. And then 2.3 seconds later, she makes another video that says, yeah, they reached out to me. I declined because and I get it and whatever. It's just no.
Oh God, I didn't even know that was before the. Oh God.
Yeah, that actually the order is reversed. Glammy, the order is reversed. She did the video where she said she, like, you guys reached out to her, or somebody on the show reached out to her, and I turned it down. And then the I Feel Violated live came after that. So she went on the show and she did the video where everything was fine. Oh, they reached out to me and I'm turning it down. No mention of being violated there. No mention of being violated in the 2 lives that she did after that. It was only around 2:00 in the morning she decides to put out a live where she feels violated. She feels violated, but she's going to go live. Okay, whatever.
Okay. I just want to say this. I was wasted on that stream. All right, which is not going to be a normal thing. All right, you know how I don't like the drunk stream stuff, right? But that was just a rare incident that I was pissed off. I was frustrated, so I'm slamming on that night, and I still had enough sense to be like, "Can I get your permission to see this?" And she gave it to me, so she cannot be mad at me.
Nope, and she can't sue you, and she can't come after you. She can even go to YouTube and say, "Rip this live down," which I promise you, sir, that was on her mind. She knew she didn't have a leg to stand on legally. She knew she didn't have a leg to stand on with YouTube. So she was trying that guilt crap. I'm going to guilt Keemstar into taking the live down. I'm going to make them look bad and make it seem like they did something wrong when they didn't. That's why she was trying that angle. Because she knew that she could not come back and go, they did something wrong and I can prove it. She was trying to get you to take down the live because you couldn't dirty delete it because it's not on her channel.
So, anyway.
No, I just she just was bitter. She was bitter. That's how it came across. She was so bitter because nobody wanted her on the show. So
no. That's not.
We all wanted her on the
What
show.
happened is she enjoyed it. She enjoyed the attention. She liked everything we did on the show, and then her husband got mad at her, and she just wanted to be submissive. That's the answer.
Oh, that's
She was
not
having a
how
good. She was having a good ass time when she was on the show.
She was too. She was having a good time. She was enjoying herself, and there was more of the real Foodie Beauty on that Lolcow live than on her main channel. When she's on her main channel, she's done like a total fake fraud. The demure traditional housewife, my left foot. But on Lolcow Live, she was Foodie Beauty. She was enjoying herself. And then Salah found out. And then she tried to walk it back. Too late.
She was having fun. She was giving good vibes. She was going to get brought back. And then all of a sudden, she does a fucking 180 on us.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought she was awesome on the show. I was laughing
Me
my
too.
ass off.
Yep. Well, you didn't hire her right away. You didn't go to Chantal and go, we're going to sign you up and you're going to get $10,000 a month, Foodie. See, you got to do things quickly by her calculations, Keemstar. You got to snap on it, dude. You got to snap on it. You didn't snap on it. You didn't jump on it and give her a paycheck right away. She wanted that quick paycheck. She wanted to get on the payroll right now. Not a week from now, not a month from now, right now. And because you didn't promise her a job, she's mad. She's big mad. She's bitter.
Right.
She in the chat, there was tons of chat because I know she has a lot of haters and she has a lot of hate watchers.
Yep, for good reason.
So I think that was a part of her, thinking that she wasn't wanted on the show, but it was just her perspective of it.
Well, here's the thing, Glammy. Because she has built the reputation that she's built on YouTube the last 8 years, let's just say that she got hired over there, whether it's for Lolcow Live or the Lolcow Queens panel. Let's just say that did happen. Every single time that she would go live on a panel, she's going to have to deal with people coming in and trolling the crap out of her. She's going to know how to handle herself and handle herself with grace and not rage quit. You know, you got to know how to handle the trolls and the haters. And she doesn't know how to do that. She will flip her lid. She would be a liability because somebody would make her snap and then she'd rage quit and then she'd want whatever panel she was on to be deleted. So she would not be a good fit for any panel.
Or at least what she said on the video was that they had asked first. She was like, "Oh, I don't want to be on that show." It was very everybody else. It was, "Oh, they asked me, but I declined, and I was good."
She did.
Glammy's
Yeah, she was all about pay me, give me money, even though I'm not bringing anything to the table. Even though I've got a dying channel, I'm not bringing any assets to the table at all. Pay me big. But why? Why should they pay you if you're not bringing anything to the table? Why should they pay you? You know what I think, Chantal? I think you didn't want to be a part of the Lolcow Queens panel because you would have been around other women. You don't like talking to other women. You do not support other women. In a weird way, you are a woman, but you are a misogynist. You hate women. You want to be on the main channel, the Lolcow Live channel, and be on a panel with the men. You want to be surrounded by men, not by women. But because you weren't offered a paycheck and a spot right away, you got mad and got salty and got bitter, and you did your live, and that was that.
She's what?
echoing through your mic. When she talks, your mic lights up.
I turned her down.
No, that's Biggie's fault, not your fault, Glammy.
Yeah, it's my fault, Glammy.
Oh.
You're all good.
Yeah,
You're all good.
Oh,
but she's
good.
being disingenuous. She asked for money, and we didn't get right back to her with money. We told her no. We don't offer money to guests.
There it is. We don't offer money to guests. But Chantal's so doggone stupid. She's not thinking of other things that can come for being on a panel like this. Even if you're not being paid a paycheck, she's got a main channel. Being on a panel for free on one channel means you might get traffic to the other channel. You might get exposure to the other channel. That might lead to a jump in subs or a jump in views for stuff that you do after your panel time is done. See, this is where she's stupid. She's not looking at the overall picture. All she could see is this: am I getting paid? Am I getting paid? Am I getting a paycheck? No, then it's not worth it. She's not thinking of the other side effects that matter, like exposure for her main channel, exposure to a different kind of audience that might bleed over to her channel. Nope. She's not a smart businesswoman, not at all.
Yeah.
While you're bringing that up, I did want to say, Foodie Beauty, someone clip this and send it to her. You are always welcome here. You will be treated with respect and kindness by the host on this show. The only reason we did what we did is because you gave us permission to do it. If me and Jordy are on the show and you want to come in and set us a third, you will be appreciated, and we will be glad to.
Actually, you know what? If I were you, Keemstar, I would not invite her back up. She is nothing but a walking, talking, toxic liability. If she did this off of one panel, imagine what she'd do on another panel. Like, she is a wild card. 1 minute she's your best friend and she likes you and everything's cool. The next minute she's a loose cannon firing off cannonballs in every direction because she's not getting her way. Is that someone you want to do business with? You decide. It's your channel, sir. All right. We're going on to Rubber Weirdo Band. Crying about being violated and humiliated, then struggles to eat a carrot with a bottle of dressing. Okay, girl, get that money so you can go home. So yeah, this is from the I Was Violated live that I went over. And this is the part that I just noped out after a while because I was just too mad. So she was so violated, but here she is on camera eating a doggone carrot. So does she look violated to you? And she, the tears dried up real quick. She's fine. She's eating a carrot, no less. Rubber Weirdo Band says it's kind of gross how Foodie says Salah doesn't understand English very well, so she quote unquote glossed over things. 2 years in Kuwait and hasn't learned the language, nor will she use a translator. She's big scared Salah will dump her. I think she is. I think all that's needed, y'all, is one domino left to fall over and the rest will follow. Like maybe things are getting close to where he's about done. I hope he does send her home to Canada. I hope this ultimately leads. I don't care how much you promise me. I'm through. I don't care about your threats. I don't care about your blackmail. I'm out of here. You take your toxicity back home to Canada because I don't want to be a part of it anymore. And go sleep on her mom's couch if her mom will have her. And if her mom won't have her, hey, go find a Motel 6, Foodie. Go find a Motel 6 room. Shack up in that. Nothing wrong with a Motel 6 room, and I don't think you can afford it. But hey, I'm just saying, because I think Salah's done. Two-Tail Caperer says, y'all, Sansa's latest video is a must watch. I almost started instead. I haven't watched the video, but I'm sure if it's coming from Sansa, you know it's good. You know it's absolutely good. Okay, on the show or any returns. What she pulled was a PR stunt to her hug box like she always does when she doesn't get her way. She twisted the truth and now she's taking a break from YouTube. Let's watch the clip.
Section of the show at the end. But like, bro, if you get mad at something that's happening over here and you leave the Discord, that just shows me you're not fucking with this fan base. Same issue I had with Becky, right? And it's like, she didn't just leave the Discord. She goes, sorry, and then leaves the Discourse. Like, it's like, dude, all these are bad moves. That's just like insulting to me. And yeah, just not a good look. Oh, I'm Simon Cowell over here, right? Like I'm doing fucking America's Got Talent. I gotta judge who I want on there. You know, someone's gonna say like, hey, yeah, I don't like you. You know, they're going to. Like, someone's gonna say it, right? Sorry, this is the way it is.
Did she really weaponize her addiction though? That's a cold.
Yeah, she weaponizes everything. Everything. She weaponizes victimhood. The nerve of her saying that you guys violated her after giving her consent. The nerve. She felt like she was violated, but then after she did the live with you guys, she came back around and almost scheduled another panel. She did 2 other lives, and then the third one was when she claimed she was violated. And it was because of, you know, maybe Salah finding out. But that was her fault. That was totally her bad. But Keemstar is pretty much saying the same thing that I just said. You know, like, he's a businessman. This is his business. You know, like it's situations like this that makes him pause and go, you know, she could have been a guest, maybe. But all this nonsense she's bringing to the channel, and she's trying to claim that we violated her, and the way she's moving, I don't like it. You know, she's screwing herself over.
Fucking move.
That was my question.
Thinks that he auditioned to Lolcow Live, literally verbally said that.
Nope.
For what?
Ben, stop fucking your daughter and we might can have a conversation.
Speakers. Lilu Ginger Witch says complaints about people bringing up her past, also brings up the past herself daily and rages. Can't let go of something you yourself are hanging on to. True Seeker says, She says that she's going to have a funeral for her past and she doesn't like the way she behaved. How many times has she said this? You mean to tell us that the other times when you raged at FFG and called her a dog blanker, you liked yourself then? Yeah, like you're going to have a funeral for your past, Foodie? What are you going to talk about? All you do is talk about your past, your childhood, when you were growing up, people in your past, all of it. You live in the past because you're not really trying to create a future. You're not trying to move on. You're not trying to evolve. And that's the problem. You live in the pages of history. Burgundy Rose Bunny says, hairy sandbag. A Komodo dragon drooling toxic venom has prettier spit than that clown. Foodie Beauty. This is from Greasy Goo. There's also a clip, I guess, from No Madness Life or community page saying December drama. Foodie goes live for 2 hours to say things that she should only discuss with her Muslim husband in private. She knows Keem, Isaac, and Tina are watching. Just saying. Now here is the clip, the screenshot. This is Isaac telling Chantal that he's the one that sent the picture over. Isaac says, yes, Foodie Beauty. I sent your picture to Mike, and he sent it to everyone else on panel. It's not my fault your vag looks like a hairy sandbag. So Isaac was the one who sent that picture over. If you're wanting to know, Chantal, how they got it. It's not like they looked for it on the internet. Somebody actually sent it to them. Lilu says, I don't like Keemstar, but dang if I would want to be on his bad side. Cutie better watch her mouth. It'll make her audition look like a child show. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be on that bad side. Kelly says, Foodie Beauty, if you play with fire, you will get burned. So here's like a better screen guess of Isaac saying that he sent the picture over. And I'm not quite sure who this is. I think that's Tina. Is that Tina? Is that her avatar? She says, she blames me why she got roasted and never wanted to come back. Some people have to chase others around for clout. Have fun. Game on. Yeah, like I don't think anybody on that panel wants you on there now. Like it's over with. It's a done deal. You'll never be part of Lolcow Live, Chantal. Lizard says, just like with Natter and anyone who rejects her, she screams she's been violated sexually. She's effing disgusting for using the word violated because she knows exactly what that makes people think. Chantal was the pervert the whole night, if anything. Yeah, she was saying some really foul stuff. Was she not? You know, she's supposed to be a devoted, reverted Muslim woman. Yet as a Muslim woman, she was offering sexual favors to the men on that panel, saying, I'll suck your D if you come up with proof. She said that. Came out of her mouth. She was being gross. And then she's going to do things like that and then turn around and cry victim? No, I don't think so. Rubber Pathological Weirdo Band says, she is realizing that her cash grab is going to give Salah the excuse he needs to drop her. That's what her biggest fear is. The moment he divorces her, she has to leave and has no reason to return to Kuwait. Yeah, I think that's what she's the most scared over. The fact that if he does drop her, if he walks away, she's going to have to go home, and she's got no home to go home to. What has she got? She's got mom's couch. Yeah, but for how long? How long is her mom going to let her sleep on the couch? That arrangement can't last forever. Mom's going to get sick of that and go, you need to find your own way, kid. You're 40 years old. You're an adult now. Go do some adulting. So she's doing what she can to try to hang on to Kuwait because she doesn't have the money to get herself set up back in Canada. Rubber Band says, rewriting the Natter story again. She spent hours on live talking about Natter and how she loved how blank and controlling he was. I don't wish her to relapse on party favors, but that addiction wasn't impulsive. It was to impress a man. Agreed. She was doing all those party favors, trying to keep up with him and trying to impress him. And all she did was just create a habit that cost her a lot of money and wrecked and ruined her. You know, she was trying to keep up with Natter. Oh, you're doing party favors? I guess I'm doing party favors and we can be cool together. No, you're both a couple of idiots. But you don't see it that way, do you, Foodie? No, of course you don't. Of course you don't. Of course you don't. Rubber Band says, get off YouTube. Talk to your husband. You can forgive him for Kai Bella, but he can't forgive you for your nudes or OF past. She denied having an OF to him, only to then say he knows about it. Why is he mad then? Yeah, why is he mad? If she told him all about the OF, why is he mad? I thought he knew. I guess he didn't know. See, rule number 1, Chantal lies. Rubber Band says she is 41 years old and knows better. She's deflecting her impulsiveness onto others instead of learning her lessons. I feel bad for her if she didn't do 4 lives talking about the money she could have made and wants to make from Keemstar in this drama. Yeah, not just 1 live, 4. 4. She was so violated, but she did a series of lives all back to back. No break in between. She just went from one to the other. I know because I was keeping up with her last night and I didn't go to bed till 2 a.m. It was a lot, y'all. It was a lot. Lilu Gingerwitch says, a true modest Muslim woman, the one you claim to be, wouldn't audition for Lolcow Live in the first place. This was all on you. Yeah, she did not go on Lolcow Live as Miriam. Isn't that her new name, Miriam? So Miriam was not the one who went on Lolcow Live. The one who went on Lolcow Live with that mouth was Foodie Beauty. She was Foodie Beauty all the way. She was not Miriam. If she had been Miriam, she wouldn't have auditioned in the first place. It would not have been a thought on her mind. Heck, if she were Miriam, she wouldn't be doing half the things on her channel that she does today. She wouldn't be committing gluttony because that's haram. She would not be coming on looking intoxicated because that's also haram. She would not be smoking a shisha. She wouldn't be smoking the cigarettes. She wouldn't be swearing. She wouldn't be gossiping. She wouldn't be raging. She'd be a completely different person. And if she was a completely different person, I would be fair and say, you know what, Chantal? You have changed. Looking at you today, you are not the person that you were 3 years ago. You are a completely different individual. But when I look at her, when I listen to her, I don't see anybody different. I see the same person just wearing a different type of clothing. I see the Foodie Beauty that was back in Canada. Same mannerisms, same attitude, same self-destructive behavior. That's what I see, and that's what I hear, and that's what I react to. And that's what other people react to. And guess what, y'all? That's what she wants us to react to because she loves the negative attention. She sucks it in like a vacuum. She wants it all, and she wants it now, and she gets it. But then when she gets it, it's a problem. Suddenly it becomes a problem when it affects her in real life. So her and Salam might be fighting. That's not my problem. That's not my deal, not my business. But I got a feeling, Chantal, you're having a bit of a tower moment. Hey, I'm not here to interfere. I'm here to watch. I'm just going to watch. I'm just going to observe. I know I don't have to do anything to you, nor does anybody else. Y'all, all we got to do is watch. Let's just sit on the bleachers together with our popcorn, with our soda. Watch the goings on. That's all we got to do. We're just going to kick back and relax. She's self-destructive. Let her do the damage herself. We don't even have to break a sweat. Just let it happen. Kelly says, this reminds me of the Villa days when she was in over her head about Cracky and talking crap about May's essay. Next thing we know, she's on camera crying. I'm addicted to Snow. It's not the first time she played victim and said she was violated by a man. Nope, it sure isn't. And I'm going to bring something else up, Chantal, and you're not going to like it, but it matters because it's relevant. You claimed that Nader did all kinds of things to you. Oh, he was so hurtful. He violated me. He hit me so hard I saw stars. And then later on, you came back to the audience. And what did you say? You said, I exaggerated the claims. You said that. You said, I exaggerated the claims. Biatch. You said, I exaggerated the claims. Why'd you do that? Because you were mad at him. So it would stand to reason. The reason why you're exaggerating what's going on is because you're mad at Keemstar because you did not get a job. Because you were not the center of attention making the most money off a panel. You're getting back at somebody for not getting your way. You're getting back at Keemstar because you are not in control. You can't make him sign a paycheck for you. You can't make him put you on the payroll. You can't make him take that live down. You want to get up there as an unpaid guest and embarrass yourself. Congratulations. That did happen. You embarrassed yourself all because of your need of attention. You got an addiction for attention that you need to go to therapy for, but you're not going to go. So because you're not going to therapy, you got to suffer the consequences of letting a problem be a problem because you are not willing to seek treatment and help due to the fact that you like to monetize all of your suffering and all of your pain and all of your problems. Fine, do it. Do it. But then when you make stupid mistakes, you look dumb. You got to deal with what happens. But you shouldn't punish other people for you being stupid, idiot. Florida Salt and Sass says, you were saying everything with your full chest on that panel, Foodie. No hesitation, no embarrassment. You were challenging those people, and for once we got to witness them call you out on it, and you weren't able to delete it. GTFO with your taking advantage of crap. Right. Oh, she was running her mouth. And I mentioned this before, and the song is playing in my head again. Anybody, if you know who Billy Joel is, there's a song called Big Shot. It so fits Chantal. Like you had to be a big shot, didn't you? Had to open up your mouth. You were acting like a big shot. And then after the panel was over, you were feeling a certain kind of way. And you couldn't go back and delete it because it ain't on your channel. You know, that's why you got to be careful with what you say and where you say it. You got to be aware of where you're talking because you can't always dirty delete things away to where you won't get in trouble with Salah. Truth Seekers says she said she blocked them all, but nearly 7 hours before she was just talking with them, allowed to lie to them. She did this to herself. Yeah, she did. She sure did. All right. Lisa Rowe says she's angry that she can't delete it. She should have kept her mouth shut. Yeah, she should have. Should have stayed off the panel, but she decided to go up there because she was lonely and needed attention. All right. Maya Time says, sorry, Canadian Cartman, but you can't cry victim when every part of your body is all over the internet. Nice try. No, she can't cry victim. Autumn Fairy says, boo-hoo, I can't wait for Keem and crew to rip you a new butthole when they hear you the crap spewing out you're spewing to get yourself out of trouble. I can't stand when stupid people like you lie about men. It makes it harder for the real victims. I hope you pay dearly for this. Yeah, but like I said, it's a slap in the face when a big, huge, stupid, phony victim like this comes forward and she uses that kind of language of I feel violated. You were never violated. It's a slap in the face to people who do get violated. They feel violated because they have been violated. And the people that really are violated, they're not going to turn on their camera filters and fire up a camera and talk to people for an hour. That's not what you do when you're violated. But I guess that's what you do, because we all know that all of your scars are painted on. You put them on for the camera and you wipe them back off when you don't feel like wearing them anymore, biatch. Punch Cat says, sorry, boss, can't work today. The void says no. There's a little palate cleanser. I'd have to phone in the office and go, boss, I'm sorry, I can't work. The cat ate my homework. The cat is preventing me from doing my homework. What do you want me to do? I can't move the cat. It's so spur of the moment, but make sure the wall has the filter in it so when she pops it up, it's on. Right. Like I'm feeling violated, but let me set the scene. I got to make sure that the wall looks correct. I got to make sure that the YouTube like in face, got to make sure the skin smoothing filter is on my face, but I'm feeling violated. Well, let's prep up for being violated. All right. Degradation Darla over there trying to pretend she cares about showing her kitty cat. Girl loves that crap. Any attention from men. Good, bad, she doesn't care. Come the F off of it. She loved it. She loved being on that panel. She loved being surrounded by all those men, even though she wasn't attracted to them. She was just like, men are talking to me. Yay. Lilu says, imagine knowing you're a Lolcow, going on a show called Lolcow Live, auditioning for Lolcow Queens, knowing all your crap will be brought up, and then crying when you are treated like a Lolcow. Cutie, has the diabetes started eating your brainstem? Yep. You're going to complain about being treated like a Lolcow? You're going to complain about haters or trolls or just people with questions or comments being in the audience? If you were to get hired by Keemstar, you're going to have to deal with that every time you go up. Every time you go up. And since it's not your channel, because you're not in charge, you can't sit there with your little finger and do the block button thing either. You can't block every single person come in. That's another thing you're not thinking about. You won't have your hug box. You can't have your hug box on another person's channel. You're not in charge. She's a narc. She likes to be in charge. But if you join on somebody else's channel, you're not in charge anymore. Somebody else is. Now, this is an interesting moment. And Chantal, I want you to address this. Your mom's emotional support carrot says, yet again, Chantal says nothing about the blatant racism in her chat. That Beezer is referring to reality from the Lolcow Live panel. True Seeker says, racist viewers. This is from Ghostface. This is Ghostface. You know, y'all remember Ghostface. Yeah, Ghostface was in her live. This is him. Ghostface, and Ghostface is an A minor. Ghostface is saying the other women in Lolcow is also a, you guys can see, using the N-word with the beanie. I didn't know why she talks to you rude, to be honest. So, Chantal, here's this person using racist language. Address it. Address it now, please. Why are you laughing? Why did you not immediately block this person? If you're not a racist, address it. Why? I don't care if they're a beezer. So what? $5 what? Address it. What's you going to do about this? You're going to allow this person who's a racist using late racist language on your channel to make comments like this? You're okay with that? Huh, but you're not a racist, right? Sure, whatever. Sure. Uh, it is up, but we all know you don't give a flying F about others. It's all about you, right, cutie? Yeah, she doesn't care. She doesn't care how she triggers people. She doesn't care how she hurts people. She doesn't care how she offends people. It's all about her being manipulative, being toxic, getting your fake tears. I'm going to manipulate the F out of you and you're going to eat it up. Cry some more. The Beezers might fall for it, but I call BS on the latest video. Yep. This is highly, highly, highly manipulative. Like, she went on panel, then she did the video. Afterwards, she was fine. She did 2 other lives. And then she did the I feel violated live. So it took her just that long to feel violated? Yeah, something stinks. And it's not the Barracuda and Mercado. It's gross to treat women that when wearing a hijab. Well then, maybe you said a woman in the hijab should not have gone in that panel. Take some responsibility instead of crying victimhood, Foodie. This is what we've been telling you for years. Yeah, you're putting the blame on Lolcow Live when you chose to go up there as a Muslim woman. If you were being a real Muslim woman, Miriam, you wouldn't have gone up there in the first place. You would have been seeking a job with Lolcow Live. But it wasn't Miriam seeking the job. It was Foodie Beauty. And what? Did you think because you were wearing a hijab and an abaya that, like, you're going to cry Islamophobia or something? Nobody up there talking about pre-Miriam, stuff that happened pre-Miriam. And you were fine talking about it. You were having a ball. Suddenly that becomes a problem. She can't handle the fact that she doesn't have control over the issue. She can't dirty delete. Strike the reaction channel. She's just butthurt because no one was kissing her butt, right? She was looking for that buzz kissing, looking for all of the birthday gifts, and she got none. All right. Cowboy Dog says Chantal's current status, a narcissist prayer. That didn't happen. And if it did, it wasn't that bad. And if it was, that's not a big deal. And if it was, it's not my fault. And if it was, I didn't mean it. And if I did, you deserved it. Yeah, all narcissists, that's their prayer. This is their nightly prayer. Like, no responsibility, no accountability. They'll gaslight it and turn it back around on you. Cowboy Dog says, is it true that someone sent Salah's dad clips of the Lolcow Live to his work email? I don't know. I that I'm telling you, that might be the final straw. I hope so. Yup says, would you have felt violated if Lolcow Live had actually liked rather than criticized your pictures or offered you a job, Foodie Beauty? Does your sudden feeling of violation have anything to do with being rejected by them? Yeah, it had everything to do with that. If things had gone the other way, there'd be no complaints today. There would have been no manipulative, sad fishing video where she was crying and waiting for super chats. Yeah, I felt that was going on too. She went live, faked a few tears. She was waiting around for people to throw money at her, and nobody did, thank God. Like, nobody was falling for that crap. And this is one from me because I was mad. I did my video last night and I wasn't done with her. I did my community post. I also, like I said, stuff on Twitter. This is part of what I said. Let's all remember. Yep, sure is. Rachel Langley says, I feel violated. Chantal, you violated yourself. You are a 40-year-old married woman. You didn't care at the time. Say what you will, but you were laughing it up with them. You should be humiliated, as should Salah. That photo should have never been out there to start with. Yeah, she put it out there, though, just to get under her skin. Shenanigans says, not Chantal in her fifis because 3 men shattered her ego by proving that she isn't anywhere nearly as desirable as she thinks she is. Okay, so a narcissistic injury is a threat to the narcissist's false self. Yeah, so she got bruised. Her ego got bruised and she's lashing out. Her ego's been bruised. Shenanigans says Chantal's last live stream gives me, I slept with a guy and he doesn't want to. All right. Shenanigans says Chantal needs to be careful. Keemstar isn't going to appreciate her insinuations and might go after her online and or legally. The FAFO is strong in this one. She should have just moved on without saying anything instead of seeking comfort from a bunch of strangers online. Yeah, even if, like I said, even if Keemstar did not hire her at that moment, she should have bowed out with grace, gone back to her channel, worked really hard, and then maybe later on, he might have changed his mind and said, okay, like you're bringing something to the table now. I'll take you on as a host. But no, she went from being a potential asset that needed work to being a complete liability, a toxic wild card. He's not going to hire that. He is not going to hire that. Of the Lolcow stream, still trying to defend the indefensible. She's been quiet all day. I know she's refreshing that page every few minutes to see what's being said about her or eating, but probably both. Let's be honest. Yeah, so she was busy. She felt violated, but yet she went back over to that to the page. It was in the comments. So if you feel violated, why are you going somewhere where you're going to feel a certain kind of way? Let's see. Oh, look at this from Dom Unique saying, so Muslim of you. Look at this comment that she left saying Hawk Tuh needs to go back to spitting on D's. She wasn't done being foul. I feel so violated, yet you love saying foul stuff, Chantal. Look at that. Look. The filth coming out of your filthy mouth. And look at this from No Translates. Chantal said she might go back on Lolcow Live tomorrow. This was before the I Feel Violated video was released. She says, I can't come on tonight. Right? I can't come on tonight. Maybe tomorrow. So she felt violated, but yet she was planning on going back there. Malarkey Meter says that's exactly what I think happened. He's now getting the full story. He's mad. This is talking about Salah. So she's pulling the poor me card to try and get out of it. No way. Yeah, like they violated me, Salah. They she's no, she wasn't Salah. And if you believe her BS, you're as stupid as she is. She went up there on her own accord, sir. Knowing Chantal, you know what she's probably going to be doing? Like Salah, and turn it around as, look what you made me do. You didn't give me enough attention. You weren't here. I was lonely. I wanted to talk to somebody. So I went up on the panel and I said a whole bunch of things. It's all your fault. Yeah, she would actually try that angle. She's actually tried that angle before on him. She will turn it around as, it's your fault. You weren't here. I blame you. Because that's what narcs do. They'll always make it seem like it's your fault when it's theirs. Orange Cat says, especially after she insisted that she knew what the show was about. Salah must be really angry with her, and I doubt this is going to make up for her humiliating him. I hope it's the final straw. I hope he gets so mad, he goes right to the bedroom, starts packing all of her stuff in suitcases, drives her to the airport and says, see you later. Bye. Done here. We are through. You're not making much money anyway. Sayonara. Don't want to see you no more. I hope it's a final freaking straw. They just put her on a plane and sent her back to Canada. Florida Salt and Sass says, this is what happens when you surround yourself by butt-kissing yes people. She's had her ego overinflated by her hug box. Now when reality came knocking and she was challenged, the beauty queen bad bee boss babe is mad and upset. Narc injury is in full swing, right? She stepped out of her hug box and nobody was hugging her. Now, something happened. I didn't see this. Unicorn was off when he, meaning Salah, came out to the car and told her to get off stream. Oh, did that happen? Did he meet her at the car and say, you need to come inside? Oh, F around, find out. Yup says, now Foodie Beauty's Beezers are trying to report Lolcow Live's Discord. So here's some of the Beezers talking. They're going to report the Discord for what? For what? The picture was not shared in Discord. It wasn't passed around there. What are they going to report the Discord for? She gave permission for the picture to be looked at and nobody even saw it anyway. Like I said, for all that anybody knew on this side of the monitor was they could have been looking at bunnies or Bambi or, I don't know, landscapes. We never saw it was on their phone. How do we know? We have no idea. Nothing was publicly shown. Nothing. So there's nothing to report. There's nothing to show. Chantal's out to destroy Lolcow Live and the Discord. Oh boy. Chantal, you don't know who you're messing with. You better stop. Okay, this is from me. I said, Foodie Beauty, you are not a victim and you were not violated. You gave consent for the picture to be seen, but it wasn't shown on live. So tired of you claiming to be a victim when you were never have been. You make others into victims. One more thing, Foodie. The title of your live is a slap in the face to people who truly have gone through trauma and have been violated for real. You are just mad you can't control the narrative or yank down the live and now you claim victimhood. F off, you phony. Hey, I said what I said. I said what I said. And I said it with my whole chest, and I'm not taking it back because she's disgusting. She is disgusting. Floyd is when she's while she said she'd suck someone off if they produce proof that actually does exist. Rough night, Foodie? Yeah, I guess it is. Now, what else we got here? Let's see. Oh, here's another comment that she did in the Lolcow Lives chat. Miss, I've changed. I've changed, y'all. I'm a changed person. Really? How about this comment? You want to address it? Courtesy of Nothing But Love and Are You Serious? Nothing But Love says, I thought you changed. Girl, you are worse than ever. Are you serious? Says Foodie Beauty is at it again. You don't like this? I thought. Switch to a baseball hat. So Foodie Beauty saying in the chat, but she's supposed to be a changed person. That's not Miriam talking. That's Foodie Beauty. There is no Miriam. There is no Miriam at all. All right, what else we got here? I think we're done. So that's the catch up, y'all. I want to catch everything up because who knows what else Foodie's going to do. She shot herself in the foot. Lolcow Live, they're not going to hire her back. They would be stupid if they hired her back. She's a wild card. She's a liability. She's not going to be an asset you can trust. But she's mad because she did not get her wave. She did not get like a warm, arms open, paycheck in hand reception like she was hoping for. So she's big mad. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this react video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.